Yo, what's up, gamers? Today we're playing Trinity as part of our beginner Eidolon hunting series for the Focus 3.0 rework. So let's hop into the run and see what we have to do. As with every other VS class, the first thing we have to do is spawn some worms at the lock, just in case our DPS only gets 2 worms in the camp. So we jump into Arcwing, we blink roughly here, and then we mark them. Then we fly directly to this camp and collect 2 lures, because our DPS will need 3 lures at Terrorist, and getting those 2 first is very, very important, and it's also just very convenient because we have nothing else to do. Because we still have some time, I'm on the lookout for worms right now, and I can find 2 worms here, so I'll just collect these. And as you can see, I'm still looking around, but nothing else to be found, so I'll just fly to the Terrorist, wait for my lures to TP. I'm spamming X right now to park them. Make sure both are parked. And then it's my turn to shoot the second limb, so I cast VS after the mag waves. And then I shoot proper Replic. And then as soon as the shield is down, I just leave into Arcwing again and start collecting more lures. And in this case I even found 2 extra bombs, so I'll take those with me as well. Free of charge, basically. So yeah, let's get the rest of the lures. We need 5 more overall, so we get 2 before the Terror List, and then after we've parked those 2, we get 5 more. And then, because we still have some time, we can fly back to the Terror List and see if we can find any more bombs around the Terror List. So you can see I'm just looking, I'm zooming in sometimes because it's raining and that makes the vision a bit blurred. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna find anything here, so eventually I'll just fly back to the Terror List. You can see one just got absorbed there. You saw the health bar for a second, but I was too slow on that. So yeah, we don't really find anything else, but it's not a big deal. We already got 2 on the camp anyways. So yeah, now we're just waiting for the Terror List to stand up, because it spawns 5 extra bombs when it stands up. And as you can see, our DPS already has all 3 of his lures charged, which means all the remaining bombs can all be absorbed into our lures. So yeah, I'm just shooting the Terror List with my Tenet Cyclone, and the beam chains and just instantly kills the bomb, and then they get absorbed. As you can see, that was all 5, and now we just jump into Arcwing, suck up all the loot, and fly to Shrine. So I usually stand at this back part of the shrine to teleport the lures, and then as soon as they all teleport, I fly to the front, go into Arcwing, collect loot. And now if you just don't really move around, the lures will kind of float into place themselves and not really be in the way, as you can see. Okay, we always insert second, because it's our job to actually take down the water shield, so we wait till it spawns, in this case at long. We slam down, we swap to our operator, we cast VS, and then we shoot. 1 proper into the ground. And 1 proper, if you put the pre-shield at the correct locations, like my Volt did in this case, always one-shots the water shield on Ganch list. So now we have 2 limbs of downtime, so I'm just checking if I can see any bombs, so I found some here. So I'll get these. And then I'll make sure that I'm back quickly, because as you can see, if you go too far away from the Eidolon, while the limbs are being broken, it desyncs and it doesn't really have any animation, which makes it really hard to actually time your shots. So I'm trying to be back 1 limb before I have to shoot. So this was the limb that I didn't have to shoot, and I have to shoot the next limb. So I'm just making sure my lures are not doing anything stupid. I'm dropping dispensary, I'm blessing if necessary, and then I get ready to shoot. Cast VS. Proper Raplag. Okay, now we already shot. We are not needed at the Eidolon anymore, so once again I'm just flying around, seeing if I can find any bombs. Those are cats though, so that's not what we're looking for. I'm kind of using both the minimap as well as just my general vision to see if I can find any bomb. This is a bomb, but sadly I have absolute potato aim and can't actually hit it. But eventually we'll get it. So yeah, we're just going back to the Eidolon now, because it's on its last limb, and same as the Terror List, it will spawn bombs both when it goes down and when it stands up. And as you can see, I'm just cycloning it again, and we already have all of those charged, so now we have nothing to do until the Eidolon stands up. So what we decided to do is just create some fireworks into the sky. As you can see, very immersive hunting experience overall. So yeah, just make sure that you pay a bit of attention while you're doing this, because otherwise you might just die to a laser, and that would be very inconvenient. Also, not anything that actually does anything to the hunt, but yeah, don't mind us being bored, I guess. So yeah, now we just wait for our DPS to capture this Eidolon. And then we go back to Shrine. Same strategy as before. We land in the back part. We wait till our lures TP. And then we just go to the front and go into Arcwing. And now we're just chilling. As you can see, my lures did some slightly weird thing here. One lure just kind of pathed in a very weird way and got stuck on below the shrine, kind of. But if it just stays there, it's not a big of a deal. It doesn't actually block anything. So my other lures are fine though. So now we're just inserting again. DPS first. Then we insert. Get ready to decide which spawn it is. And in this case, it's close left. So land, frame swap, cast VS, shoot. And as you can see on this spawn, if you do it correctly, it's also a one-shot with the proper. And yeah, the pre-shield locations can obviously be found in the Vault Guide. And yeah, now we have nothing else to do anymore, so all we have to do is just make sure nobody in our team dies, so keep blessing, keep dropping dispensaries, throw a contamination wave at the Eidolon every once in a while if you feel like it. And yeah, now we're just chilling basically. As you can hear, we have some stray bombs on the left, so if it's not your turn to shoot, you might as well clear those, because they can just be annoying, especially to VS players if they don't run Prime Truth with it. But yeah, now it's our turn to shoot, so we cast our VS, we shoot 2 propers, sync their up like with the first proper, shield goes down, and now we're back to just blessing, dispensing, and generally just making sure nobody dies. So yeah, this is pretty much Trinity in a nutshell. As you saw, we charged the lures way before we actually needed them to charge, so the lures were already charged when the Gant went down, but the Gant actually spawns another 5 additional bombs when it stands up again, so even if you don't have all the lures charged by the time Gant goes down, don't worry, you still have all of the healing phase as well as when he stands up to actually fully charge the lures. And unless you're in the last run, you don't actually need 3 blues for Hydro, you only need 1 to tether him, and then you can charge the last 2 lures during the Hydro healing phase, with him going down and standing up. So yeah, now we're pretty much just sitting in void modes, trying to res our teammates. Blessing every once in a while so they don't die, even though they still manage to, as you could see. Well yeah, as you can see, the Hydro Lightning actually is somewhat scary as a Trinity, because we don't have any mods for tankiness except Vitality really. But our Blessing is very, very strong, so yeah, that keeps us covered. You could also see I actually parked all 3 blue lures at the Hydro list and marked the loot lure, and my DPS only picked up the loot lure, so the other 2 are still there. And the DPS only teleported to loot lure. We suck up the loot as soon as it explodes, fly into gate. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can just ask in the comments, you can join the Discord, you can read the wiki itself, all will be linked below. And yeah, good luck in your hunts.